Sheridan. Oh, Sheridan!
Oh, Deep Train. How are you, mate?
Buckley kicked one from 50 last week and he's celebrating. He's celebrating a point.
Going, who's got ball movement? Can you imagine what's going through my brain?
Hands it up. Kick from Buckley.
On you, chompity, chomp, 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 chomp.
Yes, morning trainer, how are you?
Oh, it's good to be back, Dill. The voice is a little bit less croaky. I saw all the feedback last week. Geez, they're ruthless in the comments,
Oh, we
aren't
love
they?
my feedback's a gift, as we always say. Hey, trainer, this episode of FAF Fridays is brought to you by BWS, and they're kind of a big deal sale with every new deal on Thursday to Sunday in March. BWS, the official liquor retailer of the AFL. How are you, son? You well?
I'm very good. I had a few drinks last weekend celebrating love. I tell you what, you got the Melonhead Coogee Beach hat on. Is that what you got for your birthday, Dill? Happy birthday, mate.
Thank you, mate. No, I didn't get... Actually, I got a bit of an eye massager. It's like an eye mask.
Is that the cold one?
It's an eye mask that it like massages your face.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Therabody.
I'm all about that, actually.
Yeah, you needed it the way you looked last week.
Yeah, the baggy eyes. It was just a big week.
Yeah.
Big week. Hey, I got you a present.
What'd you get me,
I
son?
got the brand new Rick's Country Club hats. I saw the Melonhead on, and I thought I better bloody bring him in a present.
That's what's that? Some toilet paper after the show?
Yeah,
is it?
no. What's this sign as well? Big teeth, small cock. Who wrote that one? Is that for you? Is it?
I don't know who wrote that.
And I got you a brand new pair of sunnies, mate. These have just come out.
The cherry Sohos.
These are the brand spankers. Try them ones on. These are one of one. No one in the world's got these ones. What are you doing? Try them on. They're Rixies.
Train.
These are the brand new Rixies. These are called the Buckeyes.
Trainer, what are these?
These are the Buckeye specials at 6:30.
What are they?
Hey, look at you. You're $1 million.
They're grouse.
There you go, mate. Happy 33rd birthday.
Yeah, thank you, brother. No, I appreciate that very much.
I actually got you a real pair.
Good.
That's a Bali special, mate. But
thank you.
plenty to talk about. So happy birthday.
these are
I thought I'd
rippers.
get you up and about early.
What are these ones?
Hawthorn,
These are
Sydney. What a cracker it was.
Mate, it was a good game. I'll tell you what, it's a good game. I normally do wear sunnies, by the way, because
They're the Austin Jungles. That's your type of operation.
my future's so bright.
Can you take that cord thing off? I hate people when they leave that cord on.
Apologies.
Anyway, your future is bright.
Trainer, we'll review the game, but if you missed it, Hawthorn won last night.
Yes.
Big game. Scores were 14-15-99 to 13-4-82. So Hawks very inaccurate. Hey, let's hear from the fans before we discuss.
What the fuck are the umpires thinking there? The fucking Wizard Watson ducks his head, Ginnivan ducks his head, does all the sorts. And then what? Papley does it one at the crucial time when he could have kicked a goal. And what? They give a free kick. Fuck me, get out of the game, you fucking white maggots.
Real quick one tonight, boys. Not going to waste too much time. Thursday night footy just finished. Up the Giants, and Carlton still suck.
The Wiz has just... I think he's given a serve to the Swans cheer squad. Not sure about that. Bit in it. We know we love the Wiz, but was it really necessary, you think?
Big bucko.
No.
Called
More
me
of that.
Horseteeth last night. That number 33, that bald-headed fella, I had no idea who he was.
Cleary?
So I looked on the
Cleary.
Old AFL app. Caden Cleary, never heard of him, but clicked on his photo and he had hair in it. There's a bit going on there. Shaved it off or something. Please explain.
Boys, just a quick praise really on Guinea. I'm loving his work recently. Loving his composure and maturity is really showing. Especially tonight. Sort of wasn't going his way in the first half and then moved up around the ball. Love it, boys.
For fuck's sake, my fucking multi got fucked. I fucking hate Hawthorn. Flowers to you, Tom Barass.
Very good.
Very good.
Trainer.
Let's talk about multis that would have hit. Watson getting a goal late. I reckon everyone had him in for one. But let's start with Cleary's shaved nut. I messaged you last night and go, is that the most, I don't know, it feels like the best looking bloke that didn't have to shave his head. Like that is the shaved nut. You've taken the headphones off, have we?
Well, your big teeth yelling in my ears this early is fucking
the
pretty
shaved
loud.
nut. I actually am with that bloke. It stood out like dog's balls. I didn't know who he was.
It's funny,
I don't
mate.
remember him with the shaved head, and he's got the beautiful tan, but the head needs to get in the solarium or something. It was
a bit like
pasty on top.
Stephen King about it, really, wasn't it? He looked a bit strange, but it happened the other week with Hugo Ralph Smith. I didn't even know he was playing.
But he didn't
I
have
think
it
we spoke about
shaved
No, but
like that.
when haircuts change, it can change a lot.
Yeah,
about a player.
I don't know. I just saw Cleary def. I didn't know who he was either and then I did know who he was when I searched his name and his number. But yeah, the most unnecessary shaved nut in the league at the moment. That one.
I didn't mind it for him, mate. What do you think of the game?
Elite game. Compared to the last 2 weeks, we sit here, I'm a bit more excited to talk about it. The first quarter was a big moment for me. It was a massive moment. It was high quality stuff. I'm pretty sure Hawthorn scored 7 from 7 when they went inside 50, and Sydney dominated the first quarter. Charlie Curnow will talk about how good Barass was after quarter time. He looked like he was going to kick 6, maybe 8. And just the quality of skills. Like, even in the contest, it's like they're kind of like sitting on it and the umpire's about to ping them and they quickly just get it out and it's like boom, 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 and they open it to the fat side and then hits. Everything was just hitting targets. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I thought that first quarter was 5-3 to Hawthorn. Sydney was 6-2. The efficiency was through the roof. It really died after that, like in terms of the scoring power, but that first quarter was elite.
There's moments though last night where it genuinely felt like finals, wasn't it?
Yeah,
those
I
bits
agree.
where there was like fully, it was like you could hear the crowd like ball, next one. Like I was like, fuck, this is on. The boys are on tonight.
The pressure was immense as well. Like the way that Sydney were absorbing it. I felt like the Wizard, Guinea, McDonald, they were right in their face, but they just couldn't get him. And it was just because of how high level, how highly skilled that Sydney halfback and their backline is. So I really enjoyed it, man. I actually was sitting there going, this is a really good game. I'm not really going for anyone. I'm just happy to see a good game of footy.
It felt like Hawks basically, 14 goals, 15. They were pretty inaccurate in front of goals, but they had the game mostly on their terms. But then, like, on turnover, it felt like the Swans just were scoring. Like, they kicked, what was it in the second quarter, maybe like, or after half time, kicked like 4 or 5 in a row. Like, Logan McDonald was getting them out the back. They were looking pretty good, but Hawks just couldn't score. They end up winning. They're a good mob. If they kick straighter, they absolutely pants them. Like, that accuracy for Sydney, I've never really seen, like, 4 points.
Yeah, Sydney were there.
In the last quarter.
Even Grundy got on the end of one. When Grundy kicked that goal, I went, I can't believe this. I just, all week, I was like, Sydney should get this done by about 20 points. I just thought with no Goulden and no Heaney, there's no hope. But when Grundy kicked that snap, I went, I think this might be the momentum wave coming forward.
How much is, like, Gunston a killer of momentum for the other team?
How good is Gunston?
He's so good. But, like, for example, if you're cheering for Swans last night to win and the ball goes down and Gunston gets, you're just like, fucking hell. Like, he almost ruined the game because he was so good.
He's so smart.
He's so smart. He's so, like, unemotional as well. Like, you never really see him panic or get angry. Like,
That's the main word I think you just said. He doesn't panic. You know when you get the ball and it's fast paced, so you just turn out and you go quick. And because he's the deep forward, he gets it. Even if he gets on the wing, he turns around. They've got 3 spare. A young player kind of just blazes.
Yeah.
He just stops,
Oh,
holds.
mate, I used to blaze. I would just
You would have whacked it in the corridor or something.
I would have just moonballed it like straight in the middle of the ground.
Big moonballs where he just gets it, waits. All these half forwards like Dylan Moore are pacing past. He doesn't give him the handball. He waits, tries to get an uncontested mark, and then they start to get a few numbers up there. They can get a bit of composure, and then they work their way through it. He's the guy that always makes the right decision.
Yeah.
Couldn't pump him up anymore. And especially, did he get put on the rookie list last year?
Mate,
Gunston?
Yeah.
Yes.
He got
he'd be the most underpaid player in the competition for the output.
Last year, he had one of the craziest years. I think he's the only rookie to ever be All-Australian. I think we spoke about that last year.
Yeah, so when he came back from Brisbane, it was basically on chips.
Yeah, well, he must be the most undervalued, the player that's putting the most out and paid the less.
He played the first
least.
He played the first game of the year last year in the VFL.
Yep,
and then
made
made All-Australian.
Can he win the Coleman?
Yeah, why not? 100%. Where is he at the moment, Link, in the Coleman?
Well, he'd be leading it.
Well, he's kicked 13 in 3 games. He's gone 4, 5, and 4. Gary Lyon during the week on radio said because of the rule changes that there's a chance someone could kick 100 goals, and he named Jack Gunston as someone that could.
Geez, that's a great call from Gary.
Is that after he'd already kicked 9 in the first 2?
It is,
Yeah,
but he's 34 years. He's 34 years old.
Oh, Gaz, tell me it's raining when I fucking walk outside and I got my umbrella.
Pissing in the pocket, is he?
No shit. I got my umbrella, Gaz. So I don't need.
Petrarca had 6 votes after round 1.
Good to know. Thank you, mate. You know what else was cool to watch last night? Marbiot Chol nearly had
Big Mabs.
He nearly had the best game ever. Like, he was doing some cool shit, but it just didn't pay off in the end, and he knew it too. Like, he was Devo.
Yeah, he could have kicked 4 in the first half. just need to sit. It's funny how they missed the easy ones. He could have kicked the easy ones and had a day out. He only ended up with 2, but his first quarter. You know, I was talking to you about, I think it was our first show, how I'm like, Mackay, just tackle someone.
Yeah.
Like, that's what Chol did. He got a couple of rundown tackles, but it ignites that forward line, kicked a couple of goals off the back of it. But he looks like he's going to take Mark of the Year. What are you writing on the Ricks box over there?
I'm writing my notes. I normally like paper as well.
You want some paper? We're going to get him some paper? These blokes lost the plot. Should we get to our favourite segment,
I just
Bill?
want to say one more thing before. Actually, I'm going to leave him for my segment.
Yeah, because I was thinking, are you going to chew into our
No, just
big
so
moments?
Tommy's big teeth. Oh, no, sorry. Tommy's big 3.
Well, to start off with the first quarter, I already spoke about it. It was just, I mean, you compare it to the second and the rest. I thought first quarter, if you're going to show some new fans to football what AFL is, then show them that. That was elite. Gunston's 4th goal, that snap, I just thought he's so clutch, and he helped Hawthorn get in. The scoreline doesn't reflect how tight it was because Nick Watson got a free kick late and a 50, but he was clutch. I want to talk about him, and then I want to talk about the no call deal. These are big moments, and umpires, you need to pay it. The double chase down on Wicks.
Yeah, that was.
And he's dropped the ball, and the crowd's gone ball, and he picked it back up. No call, and then he got run down again and just dropped it, and they play on again. I was like, it's holding the ball. It's a big moment. Forward 50 chase down tackles. Yeah. Pressure's wild. Umpires, you got to pay that.
On the reverse of that, though, there was 2 50s that got called as well, where I was like, what is going on?
The 50s do my head in. Like,
there was
chase
one that
down
got
tackle.
Called. It got called on the boundary when someone took a mark.
Logan McDonald took a mark.
They put him straight in front of goal.
Yeah.
And then they almost felt bad for it and paid one to the other team later. And I was just like, what are we doing?
I think it was McCartan, wasn't on the mark. He got one where he didn't stand, which is fair enough. That's the rule.
Heat of the moment.
Mate, how hard's a chase down tackle?
Yeah,
let alone 2 in a row from the same place. He picked the ball up and he just dropped.
As a forward, you'd be absolutely
I think there was about 7 minutes to go in before the third quarter expired. It annoyed me because the pressure was so good. It's hard to put on that kind of pressure. Again, quality game. So that were my big moments, mate. And the weird moment was Curnow. I noticed that he doesn't wear a mouth guard. Obviously, you know, a man that has the big choppers, you got to protect him. But how do you get through a game without a mouth guard? I thought you would have protect the big fellas.
Rumours are that you used to go down to Bow Repairs, chop a tyre in half.
That's not bad from you. You really enjoyed that, didn't you? A couple of times. You reckon Toyo tyre job from the Giants? Hey? Oh, you really enjoyed that one, have you?
Yes. Come on, baby.
What are your big 3,
okay,
mate?
My big 3. All right. So, Trainer, you know I view the game differently.
Yeah, very differently.
Very differently. And
see the world differently.
So I do, mate, out of these eyes, fucking hell. Where I thought I'd go a bit more aesthetic today on my big 3 because last night I saw some horrific number choices and I think that there needs to be a bit of rearranging in those teams. So there's a lot of the talk at the moment about the Zach Merritt not going to Hawthorn and, you know, the midfield that they needed. I think, well, what that has done is it's let blokes like Cam McKenzie and Josh Ward play good footy. Like they were very dominant last night, those midfielders. But they're wearing number 25 and 28 respectively, which is not how you win a premiership with your midfielders in those numbers. So I've looked at
that's outrageous.
I've looked at it.
This number chat.
I've looked at it and Ned Reeves, we're fucking him off out of the 7. Okay, I've said it for years.
You can't be rocking a 7 as a ruckman.
You cannot be. Okay, so from all reports too, I didn't know this, but apparently Ned Reeves' dad was the president. So I think he's gone, Daddy, I want the 7. And Daddy's gone, okay, Ned, we can do that.
Coming from father-son over here, hey? What number did you wear at Carlton?
7. Yeah.
Leave Ned alone.
We were talking about this before with Ruby, and we were talking about like Nepo babies. And I was like, we looked up the definition. It was like you get somewhere because of your parents. I was like, I think I am a Nepo baby, actually.
So Justin Reeves, Ned's dad, left the club in 2023, but Ned changed to number 7 in 2023. So he got the important stuff done.
It's his final gift was the 7. There you go. So we're going to give that to Ward.
Yep, he's really good.
Yeah, going to give that to Ward.
27.
And I'm going to have to be really ruthless with the next one because the top 10, and I'll speed this up because I know people hate it, but I will go just because he's not in the team at the moment, I'm going to have to give Harry Morrison out of the one and give that to Cam McKenzie.
Yeah, geez, Cam McKenzie. I know they say it but he looks a lot like Mitchell, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's the way he must have a big torso.
To be honest, I actually really wish that the Wiz went into either Bruce's 22.
What's Wiz, 5?
He's 5, and then you put...
The 5's a grass.
It's great, but I liked him in the 22, and then I would have put McKenzie in the 5. Anyway, we'll move on. And then the last one from the Swans was McInerney, who... He had a bit of a quiet start, but he is so important for them. Like, his link and run and kicked a beautiful goal last night. In the 27, I actually think it suits him. But if he does want to change, Harry Cunningham's in the 7 at the moment, and he's been an absolute grouse player for the Swans for a long time. I don't think he's in the team or he's injured, but maybe the next year or so we can move into that one.
There you go. The number 7 watch with Dill Buckley, the Nepo baby. What other moments did you have, big boy?
No, that's my moments. That's basically it.
That's amazing.
There was so many big moments in the game, and I think I love watching when big forwards and big backs go together.
Yeah.
And I had to say that the Charlie v Barrass 1v1 all night was huge, and you could almost see on Barrass's face, like after the first quarter, obviously Charlie got away with a couple of goals, but after that he took it personally. Like, he was all over. He took that amazing intercept mark. I think he had like 10 or 11 spoils. Yeah. He was just throwing his body at it. Like, he'd have to be in the triple digits of kgs. Like, he'd have to be pushing 100. He's so big.
He'd do really well in the paddock football after, because he won't have to worry about anything but just rolling off and putting a big fist in.
He's the only bloke that you could almost, like, he's a man. And I like to say this, like, there's not many men left in the game.
You're good mates with him. You should give him a call.
Well,
why are you calling him? I think we should talk about Barass.
It is 7 a.m.
Kerno kicked 2 in the first quarter for anyone that missed, and he looked like he was going to just open the game up. Had 1 touch in the second half as I was driving in nice and early this morning, about 5:30. I couldn't believe it. But 1 touch in the second half, I almost feel like they did him dirty. Like, the coaches should have had Kerno up the field playing centre half forward just to get involved. I feel like when a forward's pinned deep, like, when Barass is pretty much getting on top, let him go up the field, because Barass won't follow him. Let him get a bit of touch and then come back.
I don't know, because I felt like McDonald was deep the whole night. Like, I just think Barass just got him.
Barass was huge. He was easily best on ground.
Yeah.
And Battle was great as well. But you've got to remember, Barass wasn't on him when he kicked the first goal, or whatever that one where he snapped it.
Battle was.
Yeah, so it's not like he kicked 2 on him. He gave him an old-fashioned bath. And again, even the commentators...
Bit of scrub behind the ears.
Yeah, a little bit of scrub and the rest of it, Dill. I don't have anything for you there, actually. Underprepared with the scrub chat.
You know, one thing about, we were talking before about Gunston around his nature of, like, staying calm. I think Guinea has that too. Mm-hmm. Like, in big moments, he can really just stops and just, like, there was moments last night with the games in the battle, he just sort of stops. Like, 20 disposals in the last half is huge.
Plays calm. Again, 2 disposals half time. We've all been there, you and I. You're a bit rattled. He's come out and had 20. And also, they were playing from behind from memory. It was pretty much tied at half time. But that second half, like, who's that?
Nick Butler.
Oh, here we go. This will be good.
Told my PA 7:10, bruh.
Here we go, brother. How are you?
I'm all right. I haven't had much sleep. I've been fighting with Ross Lyon disciples all night.
So Nick Butler's on the line here, and Trainer, did you see what happened with Butsy?
Butts, what's happened, mate?
Horsey, where's the Soho lemons, bro?
Well, up to 40% off. Get online.
Nate Caddy's walking around with his Soho lemons.
Mate, everyone is. Soho lemons.
Gil's got the ghosts on.
I DM'd him about a pair of Sohos, and I don't think he's even read it. You think I'm a bot?
Oi, shut up for a second. But we're going to play the vision of the audio of Ross, and then we want your comments.
Fucking Ross.
Well, it's not our job. We just support people. That's why AFL football's abnormal. It's not like what you do. You're not under scrutiny, right? Like, you choose AFL football, you choose stress, you choose anxiety, and you choose being in the arena. I'm happy to be in the arena. I know what's coming. But you've got to write your own story. And traditionally, both those players have written really strong AFL stories. But we're all only as good as our next moment. So the moment you don't handle the stress and anxiety, it's time to give it away. You've got to keep leaning into it. That's why it's AFL and it's high performance and it's abnormal. If you want normal, well, you step the other side of this microphone, the other side of the fence on the ground, and you pursue mediocrity in your life. These guys are pursuing excellence, and with that comes a lot of critique.
look, I've always quite liked Ross. We tend to butt heads a little bit. I'm not exactly sure what that's about.
Creative differences.
He doesn't seem to respect my state league career as much as sort of Flybags and Lukey Beveridge and those blokes do. Just like, and he, for whatever reason, we butt heads a bit. And I wasn't down there yesterday, but he was being a complete tosser, virtually saying, we're in the arena and we're chasing excellence. And when he started saying, and the moment we're not doing that, we'll hop over the other side of the microphones with you blokes and chase mediocrity.
It was pretty ruthless. I've
heard it all before, Butts.
Yeah, we having coffees or are we meeting to get better?
Yeah, are we having coffees or it's a coffee club or footy club?
Butsy went back though with a real.
What'd you go back with? I've missed it.
Jeez.
Well, no, I'm not a big tweeter, Horsey, as you know. In fact, Xander McGuire thought I had a deactivated account. I don't really get into that era.
You also had about 15 grammatical errors in there as well.
Yeah, I know.
A couple of full stops in the wrong spots.
Full stops were a bit off because I think I need
primary school Butts.
I need Specsavers. Anyway, I'm chasing mediocrity, not brilliance like Ross and the St Kilda boys. Anywho, I'm losing my train of thought here now. What was it? Yes. Well, I was really pissed off with my own brethren for not sticking up for themselves. So Ross has come out and said, we're chasing greatness. You're chasing a life of mediocrity. And the bloody journos just pissed their pants and didn't say anything. And I was like, I just wanted to beat her to challenge you.
So this is what Butts has said. He retweeted the comments. He said, not sure I've ever heard a winless coach drinking his own bathwater, but here we go. Ross the boss is in rare form today.
Oh, that's good. Little digs. Could have been harder. It's still pretty weak from you, Butts, if you wanted to stick up for your community.
Nah, but you got to go face to face, Butts. Just get to the next presser.
No, I'll be there now, and it's going to be. It was always Frosty, and now it's going to be complete Frosty the Snowman. But it's so weirdly, Quartermain sort of whenever someone tweets out a little popcorn emoji, you know, I might be on here, and I got a fair bit of love. But then these real rusted-on Ross nuffies were coming for me, even in the wee hours.
Mick Barlow.
Yeah. Lee Spur, anyone that got a kick.
Yeah.
But can I just say, and even I was chatting to Xander about it offline. It's a weird thing to do. I mean, I guess it's his classic deflection for him. Like he doesn't want to have to. Answer questions to people he doesn't respect. So it was actually a fair question from that young kid, Ed Burke. All he said was, do you think Nas and TDK are equipped to handle this new $2 million pressure? Because like it or not, because they're earning the big coin, they're a bit like NBA players. Everyone's just going to pot their performance and watch them closer than others. And rather than say, we've got to work through that and it's development for them and maybe even concede that they've been mildly shithouse for the first 2 weeks, he's just decided to have a crack and say, we're in the arena, we're chasing greatness and you're all mediocre, which is fucked, though. I mean,
you know what?
Yeah.
I think that as much as I'd love to talk about this for the next hour, I think we need to he's obviously deflecting it and taking a bit of heat on himself. So in that part, if I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, I almost respect it because the talk now is about him being a flog and not about Naz and TDK being on 2 mil.
That's true. Maybe he said, I've got a media plan here. I'll make myself out to be a bigger tosser than everyone already thinks I am. and we'll leave TDK and Naz alone. In fact, that could be genius. I might have missed the little
we
might have missed the headline.
We may have missed that. Anyway, Butsy, we'll get back to it, but we'll get you in the studio soon, all right, son?
On you, Bucky, on your horsey.
Good on you, mate. We'll get those lemons soon. Oh, he's passionate and fired up, Butsy.
He is. Yeah, he's
very
not
happy with the mediocrity call.
No, he's not. I think he took it very
Burke's backyard. Didn't handle it. Just copped it between the two front teeth by the sound of it.
Yeah, there's not much he can really do in a press conference, is there? But
he's ripped a few in his time.
He has.
The one in Geelong. Where are you, Shane? What's your name? Geez, you're wonderful, aren't you, Shane? Have you seen that one? You're quite brilliant, Shane. You remember that one? That was pretty...
Shane McInnes, good man.
Haven't seen Shane since.
Okay.
All right, what was your big moment?
Tommy, a BWS, kind of a big deal. We have to choose who or what moment was kind of a big deal from last night. I'm going to kick us off. It has to be Charlie Curnow v. Tom Barass. He started with 2 goals. Barass clamped him with his... huge biceps. The man must be over 100 kilos of pure muscle.
Well, we can't see that, Dill, because they take the weight off. It's insipid.
Yeah.
As your man Ross would say, it's insipid that we can't search their weight and their height as professional athletes.
Let's stick to the task.
Anyway, back to the big deal.
Back to the big deal. That's not it. He was amazing last night. If there's a bloke that you do not want to be clamped by, it's him. He got them over the line, 10 spoils, 2 intercept marks. He's everything you want in a big man. I think that you can play him on absolutely anyone and he'll get the job done.
Really well said. If you could draft one into a team right now, if you were Carlton or Essendon, would you take Barass or Battle? Got to pick them as they are and their age.
Barass.
Why?
Oh, that's harder because he's a bit older, because he's on the 30.
That's why I asked.
Yeah, no, well, you said it just as I was about to answer my question too. It actually does depend on the team, because if you're going for a premiership, you want Barass.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're struggling with a bit of ball movement and a bit more of that athletic type, like Battle gets a fair
hard
bit.
One,
yeah,
right?
it's very hard.
The other one was the other one I was going to say.
Battle does kiss his dad on the lips, though, which I like.
Oh, he's like
I'm
you.
about that.
He's
yeah,
like
so he's
you.
a bit like me. He's a bit like
your man Jakey Trotter come up with that. The other one is, do you agree that Barass is the most important player on Hawthorn's list?
After last night, it's hard not to say that.
Because if he's not there, you got to think maybe they do get opened up.
Well, who else plays deep?
Well, I'm just saying, there's a lot of important players. You got Gunston, you got the Wizard, you've got Newcomb.
The way I see it is, like, if he's not playing, Battle gets locked down more, then Weddle probably has to come back and he's not as attacking as he wants to be. So it probably stuffs him up a lot.
There you go. So Barass is the number one man at Hawthorn.
He's actually number 37.
Well, that's I said the number one man, like your number one priority, you would hear. Are we getting any savings at BWS? I know you love your savings, you tight ass.
Yes. Trainer, that was thanks to BWS. Every Thursday to Sunday in March, we head into BWS for their kind of a big deal sale. This week's deal is Grant Burge non-vintage sparkling for just $19.
Ooh.
Save $8 and available until Sunday, 22nd of March. Have you got any dates on this weekend? Have you got
after last
what's
week,
going on
I'm
with you at
flying
the
to
moment?
Sydney. I'm flying to Sydney and I'm getting out of town.
Are you,
I'm going to the Giants. I'm going to watch them smack the Saints and see. I'm going to walk into Ross's press conference and go, do you need a coffee, son? You need to calm down after that big loss.
Are you on, what's your relationship status like at the moment? Are you?
Oh, let's not talk about personal stuff, Dill. Let's get straight into Talkback. Can we get to Talkback? I want to hear some from the Faffers. They're on fire every single Friday. Let's get to the Faffers and listen to a little bit of Talkback.
This is our presser, this one. So there's obviously, you send in your questions for us, which is our presser.
Yep.
And then off the top is just passion.
And then Dill will start talking about his dad.
Here he is. Let's hear from Josh.
Bye, guys. Horseteeth. Big fan of the pod, boys. Was just watching the game tonight and could see that, the game has changed. And we're seeking back to when you boys are in your heyday.
Get into it, Josh.
Come on, Josh.
Tommy, just wondering about you in the AFL. Who do you liken yourself to as you watch the game now? Who could you see yourself in? And then same question for you, Dill. In the NEFL. So, yeah, big fan of the pod, boys.
Josh, you shove it up your ass, Josh.
You got there, Josh.
Yeah, you got there.
You nearly went to sleep there.
Gosh, I'll play that to max and you'll have 8 hours, mate. Just speed it up. Who would you see yourself in there, Train?
Oh, mate, he's actually rattled me there. I haven't thought about it for a long time. Can you start?
Yeah.
Headphones.
Well, the NEFL isn't actually on anymore, Josh. Rest in peace to that. I would say myself, I did sort of say last week that I would be more of the Lawler type and you'd be more of the Jagger type if we were combining out of those two. But positionally at the moment, I would say I'm probably like a Judd McVie maybe type off halfback.
Oh, I just threw up. Anyone got a bucket? Anyone got a bucket? I'm about to throw up.
Or even like Jordan Clark.
You've never had 25 in your career.
I had 24 once.
Exactly right.
23, sorry.
Is that your highest amount of touches?
23, yeah.
How many goals you kicked? What's the most goals you ever kicked?
3.
So you're more of a half forward.
Oh, well, that was off halfback.
Yeah, but you were never a halfback.
Half forward. Who else? Probably Nick Watson.
Yeah, you were
Nick
very
Watson
explosive. Took a big hanger.
Nick Watson type.
I'll go with like a McInerney at the moment, just a halfback,
It's
long
not
legs.
actually. It's not.
Kick a goal every now and then. I was a wingman, so I don't know. Tell me a wingman that defends well and kicks sausages. That's about it. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's hear from Jack on the voice memo number 2.
Hey boys, I've got one for Foreskin Buckley.
I've got a story about that.
Season, if you've been in touch with Riley Bice, some great work off the back of the square tonight. Really good kick. Great player. Have you spoken to him? Thanks.
The skin. That's
yeah,
it.
I'm not sure where that's come from, but I actually have
Yeah, I've heard this story.
something to talk about that in a second.
You snapped your banjo as a young fella, didn't you?
Okay.
Is that why he's calling you the 40?
Well, I don't know how he would know that until you just said it publicly. But the thing is, Train, I'm not actually joking if this goes to air or not, but I actually had a specialist appointment yesterday. I'm getting my foreskin removed in the next...
I thought you already snapped it off.
No, it grows back, and it's actually a medical procedure.
What, you're going to get the helmet cut off at 33?
Yes, I have to. It's getting quite serious.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
On the FAFers Friday, there you go.
So,
go check your 40s.
watch this space. I
leave
might have-
that in. Do not take that
I might actually
out.
have to be out for a couple of weeks. Just to,
Imagine that. Imagine Dill Buckley's playing, who's likening himself to Jordan Clark.
And Nick Watson.
And it says, out for 3 weeks, foreskin removal.
Well, wouldn't be the first time. What was the question?
Have you been talking to Riley Bice?
I've actually got Riley Bice in my Supercoach team.
He's a good player, isn't he?
Yeah, he's good. Good
All right,
player.
let's go
Have
to
I spoke
Liam.
to him? No, I haven't.
Let's go to Liam. Voice memo 3.
What's going on, boys? Little Dill, Maccabi Diva. How's it going?
The horse.
Good game tonight. Hawks were good. 2 teams going at it. Just a couple questions here. Bit of numbers chat. Dill, what do you reckon about Dylan Moore in the number 8?
Don't love it.
I think something was a bit off there. Didn't look too good. Prefer him in the 13. And also, Marvel Stadium, opening the roof, twilight games, night games. I think it's good. What's your opinion on it? I just think it's good for footy, good for the aesthetic.
I don't mind the roof open. I don't really care if a little bit's in the shade or not. I do like daytime footy. I don't like when you're like playing there or watching and then you walk out and it's sunlight outside. I think it's weird.
I hate it being open if there's any chance of rain and wind. Hate it. I love the idea of perfect football, like conditions when you got a roof. So if there's no wind, because it can get swirly in there and it ruins the quality of the game. And when there's a lid on it, I just feel like close it. You know, I love my NFL. If there's a lid, it's closed. So
Do you reckon
I think twilight's different when the weather's out, but Melbourne's about to get freezing. So I don't think you need to keep it open. Maybe until, and when it's winter, that thing should be closed.
You know what? Winter close and then front and back.
Yeah.
You can open it up.
When the sun's out, get it open for sure.
You know, the thing is that the wind doesn't really come through the roof though. It comes through it's like a fucking breeze through there.
I know, but it gets a bit swirly. It just shouldn't happen in it with that. And the other one is, I agree. So Dillmore, 13
Yeah,
to
he
8.
gave it to Kalshadir because his dad was.
that's
so
fair
it
enough.
was quite a nice story.
Oh, that's fine. I forgot about that. Yeah, but it definitely looks different on the tally. It
does. Like
when I see 8, I was it's Dylan Moore. But that actually I forgot about that. So
yeah. So context: Kalshadir's father was a Hawthorn great. I think he won a couple of flags.
He won 91 Norm Smith.
91 Norm Smith. Unfortunately passed away to cancer, and then Dillmore gave the number over to him, which is beautiful. So I hope you feel good about that, Jack.
That was Liam, actually.
Liam,
Let's get to Slugger. I wonder why they call him Slugger. Let's see what he's got for us.
What's G? And Lollipop Head Buckley. Look, mate, I'm sorry I called you a bug-eyed fuck, mate. You dirtied up on me a bit. You do need to get a little tissue in there and wipe those little bug eyes
All right,
clean. And
move on.
But,
Leave it.
Look, I've got a question for you, mostly for Tommy there. Look, mate, you're the big man at Rick's, the man in charge. When Dildo orders a pair of glasses, do you got to custom make him to get a good meter in between the lenses for his big
All right,
fucking
cut him
hammerhead?
off. Nah.
Cheers, boys. Have a good one.
The custom
It wasn't even a question.
The wide girth job. That's actually something we should design for
chode between
we'll
my
call
eyes.
them the bug eye lemons. We can call them. So what, man, Slugger. I
we
love
got one
Slugger.
more. Get one more. Another Jack.
Get Slugger in every week.
Bug Eyes and T-Train, how are you, mate?
Oh.
First time call, long time listener here.
Could be the last time, brother.
Just wanting to get your boys' thoughts on opening round and the fact that now Hawthorn have an 18-day break. Now, as a Cats man, I don't know how to feel about it. So just wanted to get your boys' thoughts.
Yeah, look, this has been done to death. I reckon opening round is the dumbest thing that we've ever seen.
Toby Green would disagree with you. Opening up the game, giving it more spotlight in the in those states that need it.
But it's not like even now they're talking about one in Adelaide Oval and they're talking about one in Melbourne. So it's gone away from that.
What about the fixturing though? 18 days off.
That's what I mean. It's
like
just
it should be 14 to 15, 16 max, 18, and then they just played a 6-day break, Sydney on a 5-dayer in round 2.
It's
Round
ridiculous.
3. What round were you in? I can't even keep up.
Round 2.
Round two. Even though it's the third
It's
round.
Yeah,
it's round 2, and
It's
they have
dumb.
a 5-day break on prime time. I know Callum Mills, who I respect his comments saying, we don't care, mate. But that is a high-risk hamstring, game. The soft tissues normally go through the roof when you have a short break like that. I just can't believe how you can screw the fixturing up in round 2.
Agree. All right,
that was
next
good.
up.
Well, I've actually got a new segment there, but before I move on, well done to all the faffers.
Yeah,
I
good on you,
love the
faffers.
voice memos. I think they're elite. So Josh, Jack, Liam, Slugger, and Jack, loved your work. Keep them coming next week, especially Slugger with the bug eyes. I love your comments this week. And Dill did dirty up. He messaged me privately, so keep that one coming. Now, new segment. I've asked the boys to do something new this week, so we got a new one. It's called The Dumbest Thing Dill Said This Week. I can't wait to roll to the tape. So what was the dumbest thing Dill said throughout the week?
Dude, what do you think is the dumbest thing you said this week?
There's a lot. I did say that I think I said the other night that kept me up a little bit was like how good Port Adelaide were. Is it that? I'm not pro on damning players and abusing them.
Oh, no,
I just
I
say
like
that
this.
off the top.
But
when they're in your super coach,
I'll tell you what.
and they're not scoring,
I'll choke you out.
Sometimes-
If I hear that you're doing that, I'll choke you out.
sometimes it's not a bad thing just to remind them that, like,
No.
okay, I stand by those words.
Who was it?
Jake Stringer.
The package.
Yeah, he was
You kicked
shot.
5 the week before.
Yeah, then I put him in and he had like 3 touches.
Poor coaching.
Yeah, it was absolutely.
So you're a super coach Nuffy now?
Yeah.
33 and you've entered that kind of, normally you do that when you're at school.
Yeah, no, I've gone back into it and checking it out. Last night I had actually Gunston in.
Oh, mate, we don't care about your super coach.
I had McDonald and Riley Bice.
We want people to stay tuned into this show.
Yeah.
There's some big
Oh,
games
McDonald
remaining.
had 76 points. Fuck me, mate. Get in the hundreds, you fucking idiots.
There's some big remaining games, Dill, and I want to talk to you about
Riley
Adelaide.
Bice, 80. He'll be back at
Hey,
fucking
can we
Werribee
put
next
this-
year after that. Fuck me, mate. I'll give you a chance,
We can
honestly.
take these headphones off now, can't we?
No, I'm just sick of it,
Why are
mate. You
so
get one
passionate
chance.
about-
You
why are
get
so
one chance to
passionate
score
about
80.
Supercoach?
Like, shove up
Why
your
are
ass.
you so passionate about Super? Why didn't you have that passion when you played,
Well, I
mate?
wish I did.
Imagine the Supercoach people that had you and your team.
Tell you what, Jason Ward-France, he doesn't score well this week.
Adelaide,
Go to Albion.
Western Bulldogs at Adelaide Oval. That is a Friday night special. The bookies have got a complete tie, like it's a 0.5 margin, a line. I think that you can't tip against the Dogs at the moment.
I'm
can you?
daylight on Dogs at the moment. They're that good.
Yeah, it sounds like that midfield's unstoppable.
But if you got, it's more for me the. I know Dogs' defense is always their question, but their forwards with Darcy and Norton and whoever's else is playing down there, like they're so strong. The firepower. Then you got Bont, Ed Richards, Joel Frazier,
You
Libba.
should just name the whole list.
Yeah,
Who else you got there?
You've got Luke Darcy as well. You've got
Brad Johnson.
Justin Sherman, Jono,
Lindsay
Gilby. Don't forget
Jared Grant.
Yep, there's a few
The
of them.
microphone.
Ryan Griffin, mate. I think they're very primed to to win this one in Adelaide, and I think it'll be a big win for them too. Like when
big
you're
win on the road?
No, like a big win on the road in terms of not a
yes.
margin, but just it can really bring a group together.
This is a huge game. If Adelaide win it, you know what? I heard your take early in the year. I reckon the winner of this game is 100% playing in a grand final. How's that for a take?
I like it, but I've already said, yeah.
What have you said?
I said that if Western Bulldogs beat Brisbane in round 1, they'll win the grand final.
Yeah, Brisbane aren't going too flash. But if Bulldogs win tonight, then we're on the same page.
I agree.
The Dogs are the hottest team in the competition. You think about their list. I feel like if they stay healthy,
And the talk is of them being in the box seat to land Butters next year.
well, when you win, the players if they've got money there for him and you're winning, then it makes sense for Butters to go there. But I don't reckon he'd go to the Dogs.
I don't reckon either.
Surely, if you're Butters, you'd prefer to go to a team that's maybe on the up, that's got a bit more coin.
Can you get that list up link of it was like the list of teams that Butters was going to go to and who was like in the top
Just
5?
who do you think he's going to go to? There's obviously Hawthorn would have a bit of cash because Merritt missed out.
Hawthorn's probably the obvious one.
I like
and he's-
Essendon. I think he would fit that Essendon midfield beautifully. Big club, Anzac Day. You could really sell the dream. We're on the up. They're trying to get on the up.
Yeah.
But like, he could be a part of the future.
I think it's 2 years off Essendon. Like Butters is what, 26, 27?
Yeah, he's about.
He's younger than that.
No, is he young? No, he wouldn't be that young, is he?
No,
I think he's my draft year deal.
you can't say that when you weren't in the draft.
That's a weak boy.
He's 25.
Well, okay, he's young. He's 25, so
What
he'd
do
be
you-
turning 26 this year.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's 26.
Yeah. Prime, they say. He's prime.
Prime. So, yeah, I think that for me it would be either Hawthorn, and as much as I hate, he cannot go to Geelong. Like, that would just
He can
fucking...
go to Geelong.
No, that would...
Why?
It would just ruin the AFL if he went to Geelong.
Well, that's what they
Like,
do.
I would love him to go there, but I'm saying you can't. You can't allow that if he went there.
Holmes, Smith, Butters.
You can't. You
It's a
can't
nice-
allow it.
Well, he wants to play with some gun mids and win, and he want to win a flag. It's why not?
I could, yeah.
If you're his
You know
manager,
what, though?
you'd be saying Geelong, Hawthorn, and then you'd say big clubs.
What about Carlton?
I don't think Carlton's anywhere near it for the next 5. So I'd
Collingwood?
say, yeah, Dacos. There's a few there that you can play with for the future.
You know what you'd be doing though? If I was a player, do you reckon players do this, right? Like I would, if I was Zach Butters, I'd call Nick Dacos and be like, mate, what's the go? Because if you're going to go to Tassie, I'm not coming. But if you are, I'll come. You know what I mean, though? Like, you don't want to sign.
There's so much that can go wrong there. It's like Nick Dacos, A, wouldn't tell him, and then B, him calling him is not a great look for Port.
Oh, okay. I'm not saying call it on loudspeaker and let everyone know, mate. I'm just saying, like, get his number and have a bit of a chat with him and say, hey, look.
What about if you went to the Gold Coast and just really shook the competition up and they become a powerhouse?
That would be hectic.
Anyway, let's talk about the game. Who wins? So you going with Dogs?
Yeah,
who
I'm
has
going
a big,
Doggies.
Who has a big game?
Oscar Baker.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're a real rogue operator.
No,
aren't you?
I
You're a
don't know
rogue-
why I
you're-
had that in my head because he played 50 games last week and I think it's just in my head.
I reckon Darcy can cut sick here.
Oh, God. Okay.
And Rankin's
what do you
back.
want to pick the fucking best player on
So
the ground and say he's going to have a good game?
I think
Hey,
Rochelle.
let's go again. Matty Lloyd will kick 100 goals one night. You know what I mean? Like, Trano, you can listen to the fucking... You can listen to Channel 7 and they can tell you that, mate. Like,
Channel 7. He's just giving it to everyone, old bug eyes. Old lollipop head.
what? That doesn't even make sense. That's
Old
not
Chubba
funny.
Chub's
Nah,
Buckley.
not funny. Not funny.
All right, Richmond Gold, actually ranking back. I think Rochelle will kick a couple tonight. There you go. Richmond Gold Coast, the Dimmer Cup. We know the Gold Coast Suns will handle that. What about the Giants and St Kilda? You're looking forward to that one. I'm flying up for it. I'm going to go to the game.
Yeah.
Do you get to any games anymore? You've given up?
Oh, I'm very busy. Very busy. I like to watch on TV as well.
Yeah, it is. It's more comfy.
100%. Giant Stadium, though, is a great one to watch. Look, from this game, we actually spoke to Toby yesterday. I know you got the Toby Tuesdays show with him. Did you talk about how he had Tim English as his Supercoach captain?
No.
Well, he denies. He denied it anyway.
Did he have a stinker?
No. They were playing against the Dogs, and his captain of his Supercoach was Tim
okay.
English.
Now I'm
but
getting
apparently it actually wasn't. And then this week, Supercoach chat, I had Max Hall in my team, right? And everyone was bagging me about it, being like, why the fuck did you pick Max Hall? Anyway, I dropped him, picked up fucking Stringer. Max Hall kicked 4 and had 26.
Third highest rated game of the year.
Toby picked him up, and they're playing Saints this week.
Oh, so get on Maxi.
So watch out. Watch this space.
He takes it serious, Toby. Can you believe that? Toby Green's he's the biggest nuffy of all time with Supercoach.
Yeah, well, we've got a very ferocious group at the moment.
How many's in there?
It's about 12.
Is Trotter in there?
Me and Trot's coming last. We're playing each other this week.
Oh, wow, there you go. Old Trotsy. It sounds like he had a few
His dad
last night.
picked his team.
What about
Anyway.
what about the other game I want to talk about? Port Adelaide, Essendon. The rest of them, I think Freo will smack Melbourne, and North Melbourne should finish business over there.
I don't
as
think
well.
Freo will smack Melbourne, by the way.
Train had a good call on North last week, from memory.
Yeah, I did have a great call, and I got a great call on North from the start of the year. So they win their first 4.
Yeah, into the bye.
Yeah, and they've got Essendon and Carlton is week 3 and 4, and everyone was having a go at me. So if they can just get this one done, we'll revisit it next week on FAF Fridays. But that would be a nice one to tick off. It's good to see North Melbourne going well as well. I think Larky is just a great guy. He's great for the competition. He's hilarious.
So
he
you wrote
works
the
his
letter
ass
to all
off.
the players?
Yeah, just even his pre-game. I love how Jai Simpkins, he's not captain anymore, but even his blocking and the way he's going about it, it just looks like a good list. So I'm happy to see them get on the up this year. Anyway, Essendon Port quickly.
Yeah, well, I sort of said this throughout the week, and no one agrees with this, and I'm just sort of dying on a hill on it. But I think Port they have some very good players in their team. Josh Carr this week took a lot of the heat. He said that he owned it and said that he got it wrong and he made some poor decisions, which I like as a cockroach. Who knows what he's as a cock?
As a cockhead.
Cockroach. I like as a cockroach. Let's fix that up. And
leave it in.
I'm a bit rattled, by the way.
Josh Carr, get to the point.
What I'm saying is, I think they're ready to bounce back. They have some very good players on that list. Like, to be performing that badly last week, Zach Butters, Rosie, Jason Horne-Francis, Bergman, even Alir, Salvador Galea, I think are two pretty good defenders. Georgiades is an absolute jet.
Lukosius is in this week.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's all about it's about the 18 they're on the field, and it feels like they got a big drop if Butters and that aren't firing. See, Butters got clamped after halftime last week. Rosie still continued, and Georgiades kicked the bag. So you need all of them to fire.
Anyway, I back him against Essendon. So.
I'm going for Essendon as an upset. I just feel like Port should win, but I'd love to see an upset. I'd love to see a little shaky start.
Well, there you have it, boys and girls. Thanks so much for tuning in. Traino, thanks for your time, brother.
Thank you, mate.
You're a good man.
I appreciate everyone's comments. Let's see what they say this week about the croaky voice, because I'm not just run down, Dill. I love your new cap and your new goggles.
I did hear, actually, just before we finish up, how'd you go with the emceeing job and the wedding?
Here comes the joke off the back of it. Here comes the joke. Went all right, mate. Got it done.
Got all right? Yeah. That's good.
What was that, mate?
Sort of similar to what I heard.
Yeah. No,
I heard you got it done.
No, I got it done at a high level. Is it a high level?
Was there any of the Tommies that going out there? Or?
There was none of them. I dropped one F-bomb and got the old A. Calmed down on the F-bomb. I must have been a bit nervous at the start.
Yeah.
It's very tough emceeing.
No, it depends how you do it.
Yeah. No, yours and Toby's is about a 7. I gave you some about a 9.
Yeah,
about a 9, so I was very happy with you.
I heard about a 9 out of 100. Anyway, mate, we'll get going. But the episode of FAF Fridays was brought to you by BWS and their kind of a big deal sale with the new deal every Thursday to Sunday in March. The BWS is the official liquor retailer of the AFL. Thanks so much. Cheers.
Thanks for listening to another episode of FAF Fridays. If you want to get in touch with us, send us a DM via @FootyandFriends on Instagram, or send in a voice message via the link in our bio, and keep it short and sharp and get to the point. Remember to like and subscribe, share it with a mate, and we'll chat very soon.
You can probably come back about 10%.
I just nailed that.